I really didn't expect to be talking with you so soon, and especially on a Monday, and the day's not even half over. You know, I remember when I was young, my father had this collection of tapes from old-time radio or something. One of them was somebody in Mali, I forget, Fib or something in Mali. And the joke was, he'd open the closet door, and all the stuff would come falling out the closet. Oh boy, everyone's coming out of the closet now. Welcome back to Rob's Feed Today. This is episode number 118, and I'm Rob Schendel. Maybe you're a college student living in a dorm. Maybe you just live in a small studio apartment. What you need to do is get over to dormco.com/Rob. Once you're there, you'll find all kinds of items specifically designed for folks living in small spaces. That's dormco.com/Rob. My head is really spinning. I can't tell you. First off, the shuttle went up. It was kind of interesting because it was commanded by Mark Kelly, who's the husband of Gabrielle Giffords, the congresswoman from southern Arizona, who was shot so terribly the other month. And the good news was that she was able to be there in person and witnessed the liftoff. That was the Endeavour. That happened today. And so far, thumbs up, it's been going fine. And Chicago has a new mayor. I almost wanted to go to the inauguration, except I'm not a VIP, and I don't have press credentials, so I would have been so far away. And I would have liked to maybe share the video I would shoot with you, except you wouldn't see anything. Well, I do have good zoom on it, but do you know the nature of zoom? If you're using a handheld camera and you zoom, the more you zoom in, and I had 40 something time zoom capability on this camera, but you would see that it'd be so jumpy because me holding, you can't hold it like that. And I have a tripod, but I wasn't likely to carry that down there on the chance I might see it. But it went very well, and I loved part of Mayor Emanuel's inaugural speech, in which he is critical of the governors of both Wisconsin and Ohio. The line I liked that the mayor delivered today was, "I reject how leaders in Wisconsin and Ohio are exploiting their fiscal crises to achieve a political goal. That course is not the right course for Chicago's future." Right on, Mr. Mayor. But suffice it to say, we're pretty pleased here in Chicago and kind of excited for our future. Congratulations, Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Do you find it as interesting as I do that over the weekend, NBC made an announcement that The Celebrity Apprentice could go on with or without Donald Trump? They didn't care. It would work. They'd still have the show, even if the Donald wasn't there. And suddenly today, the Donald announces that no, he will not run for president. I find that awfully ironic. And of course, earlier, Mike Huckabee announced that God had told him he wants Mike Huckabee to stay at Fox News and take the money. Oh, nobody seems to really think they can beat President Obama. And of course they can't. The man's got 60% approval rating right now as I say this. His approval rating wasn't that high when he won by 20 million votes over John McCain. Now look at New York State, the 26th congressional district up there. That is the state's most conservative, most Republican congressional district. That's the state where the congressman had to resign, decided to resign because he was found to be on not Facebook, on Craigslist, soliciting sex, showing bare-chested pictures of himself. And so he resigned. And I guess it's up for election now. The woman who is running on the Republican ticket is not in Congress, so she didn't get to vote to kill Medicare like all these Republicans, with the exception of 4. Every Republican in the House of Representatives voted for Paul Ryan's budget bill that ultimately kills Medicare. That red Republican district is a virtual dead heat. The Democrat is a mere 1 point behind in the polling as I speak right now. And it could very likely go Democratic. Now, I just mentioned on how many Republican congressional people there are, and all but 4 of them voted to kill Medicare. People don't like that. I asked the question way back in the archives of this podcast. The episode was, is the GOP RIP? Is the GOP dead? And I won't speculate too much further on that, but it's a good likelihood. And I really don't see how they cannot. Up in Wisconsin now, we've got Senator Herb Kohl is not going to seek re-election. That'll be an interesting one. Representative Paul Ryan there is the author of the Kill Medicare budget bill, is considering running. I think that'd be a blessing for the Democrats right now. Who I'd like to see run, though, is the representative of Madison, Tammy Baldwin. She's either the first or the only openly lesbian congressional person. And she'd be a great United States Senator. She's quite a dynamic lady. Now, late last week, I received word that this was going to be a big week. This week would be a big week for coming out. That there were a number of celebrities or relatively famous people who had made a decision that they would publicly announce their gayness this week. Again, it's only half the way through Monday, and this is what I know so far. Rugby star, big guy, big Ben Cohen. He has quit rugby to fight homophobia. It says rugby star Ben Cohen announced his retirement from the sport in order to focus his efforts on fighting homophobia and bullying. All right. He's also quite a hot man, by the way. And then Rick Welts, the CEO and president of the basketball team, the Phoenix Suns, has publicly revealed he is gay and says he wants to be a mentor to gay people who harbor doubts about a sports career. But the biggest one, in my opinion, now we had heard that there'd be people in sports and entertainment and cable news. Well, it's not Anderson Cooper like we all speculated, but it is. He's a great guy, damn. And it didn't occur to me. My gaydar didn't work with this man. And he's been a Twitter friend and everything. Don Lemon, anchor and reporter at CNN since 2006, has joined a small but influential group of gay cable news anchors who have gone public with sexual orientation. And he details that in his newly released book called Transparent. I'll have to check that out. Like it only came out today, but he talks quite openly and candidly about it. I had to get up. When I got up this morning and heard that, I had to send him a private message congratulating him because it is so important. Young people today who are being bullied and suicidal, and then, it's nice that we're out doing these it gets better things. But here we've got people on air, celebrities who are just doing fine. And they're gay. That's such a good influence. Inspiration. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, I suspect that we'll have more big names to talk about as the week progresses. At least I hope so. Did you hear about the Dustin Hoffman video? Nah, nothing. Well, it's kind of provocative. It's not dirty. Well, it's kind of dirty. Well, he laughs hysterically. And the thing's gone viral. Roger Ebert from the from Chicago Sun-Times been sending it around. It's been on his blog. He's got a big charge out of it. And when I looked at it, so did I. And I hope you do too.
You're very cut.
Cut?
You're very cut. You are
cut. Oh, is that a word?
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
Write down cut. I got to ask my 16-year-old if he knew that. Yes, I am very cut. It meant something different when I was a kid, especially if you were Jewish. But go ahead. I am very cut. You know, I thought I got too cut, as a matter of fact.
Can I finish my question?
Yes, cut. I'm cut.
He's telling me I'm cut, but...
No, I'm cut. Go ahead.
No, I was just noticing.
I am
the
cut.
The pike you have.
Yes. The what? The pike? That's what got cut. It's my pike that got cut. I've been trying to tell you. They cut our pikes. Go ahead. I never knew it was called a pike. I always called mine a bass. But
No, pike.
Some have purchased. But tell me about, yes, Mike, go ahead. God, I gotta write down pike and shit.
Anyways.
Yes. Don't cut it! Don't cut it! No!
I do hope he apologized for being in such a bad mood that day. So, I think after that, I want to thank you for downloading. Thank you again for watching. But I think that's all of it.